Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
I did it. Told y'all I was gonna bump like this.
I'm just me. The world is ready for self-love.
After 2 years of strength training, calorie counting, and even a joke acknowledging all the fans who think she's on Ozempic, Lizzo shared she's dropped 16% body fat and has met her weight loss goal, a number she hasn't seen on the scale since 2014.
Let this be a reminder that you can do anything you set your mind to.
You're special. The proud post comes 3 months after the singer's weight loss drug Halloween costume, inspired by South Park.
I controlled all my cravings to be thinner with Lizzo.
Oh, it's Lizzo.
Even at the end of my weight loss journey, I'm not going to be considered thin by any means.
Lizzo's always been a champion for embracing one's curves. Her reality competition show, Watch Out for the Big Girls, earned her an Emmy Award.
Hey, what's going on, family? This is Tyler from No Picks Podcast.
What up, family? This is Joe, No Picks Podcast.
All right, Joe. So that's the first of two clips that I wanted to play, right? But before I play the second one, my question to you is, I thought Lizzo was the ambassador of the big girls. So why is it that she's going so hard to lose this weight if it goes against the message that you were preaching? Is that like, hey, you know what? We're big, we're beautiful, we're just as beautiful as slim girls. Be happy with yourself, be proud of yourself. How are you going to be the ambassador of this movement if you are trying to fit into societal standards of beauty?
Yeah. Well, my response would be because she was just living in delusion for the whole time. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say she was out there lying, people, because I genuinely feel like she believed in her body positivity, that, you know, that she felt like she was beautiful the way that she was, that women should love, or people in general should love the way that they look, no matter what shape or size they are. Like, I do genuinely believe she believed it. But I also feel like she was deluded. She was living in delusion.
Yeah.
So I think that something clicked. She had that light bulb moment. It could have been a little bit of her getting tired of the bullying, of the weight comments. The South Park episode was hilarious. And I think that got to her too. And I think that she was just like, all right, you're right, I'm about to lose this weight. I think something clicked. Like, you would hope that in people who are this big, as big as she is, that something clicks, right? And you hope that they realize it's not just for the aesthetic reason, but also for your health. And I think that for her, she had that light bulb moment. So that's my first thought. We can dive deeper into it, but like, why do you think she's doing this like 180 and now she's on? And by the way, she looks great. She looked great. I mean, there's always room for improvement, right? But I looked at first and I was like, who's the little baddie on the screen? I was like, yo, that's not Lizzo. I was like, no, let me find out I'm saying Lizzo can get it. Like, bruh, like, she don't look bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she actually came a long way. So, all right, I'm going to leave it there for now.
Yeah. So for me, it's just hypocritical. Like, it's just purely hypocritical, because like, the whole body positivity movement has always been a joke. You and I have talked about it on here before. We laughed about it because it's like, it's not real. Like, so take all of these body positive people. Now, typically, let's be honest, it only really applies to women, right? It's only big women.
Right.
Big men are laughed at by both big women, skinny men, and all. They're laughed at by all. Skinny but bigger women are supposed to be coddled and kind of like, listen, you're just as great as this, you know, petite chick with these huge ass titties. Like, you're just as pretty as her. So it's like, don't even worry about it. But it's like, we all know that's not true, right? So that's another example. We talked about this before, but that's another example of us in society just being like, all right, well, you know, let's lie to these motherfuckers so they feel better about themselves. Now, I'll say this for me personally, Lizzo's size was never an issue to me. I always thought she was an attractive chick. I always thought, you know, her even how big she was, right? I thought my whole thing with Lizzo was that made her unattractive is her what her personality seems to be. She's at a Lakers game and basically a thong and her butt cheeks are out, and it's like, yo, like you out there like on the internet crying all the time, talking about how proud you are to be fat, smacking your butt, it's like, you just like, for me, like, her personality was more of it to me. It wasn't her. I thought she was attractive just how she was, but like take you know, people may not know this or whatever. But you know, like a chick like Kelly Price, right? For me, I would go for Kelly Price. Kelly Price was a bigger chick back well, I don't know, what was it, the early 2000s, late 90s or whatever?
Yeah.
She's a bigger chick, but she was classy. You know what I mean? She was a bigger chick, but she was still. I always liked her. She was attractive. She was a good singer, and I was like, okay, cool. Like whoever she ends up with is probably going to be a happy guy. But
Yeah.
Lizzo, on the other hand, is like you're big, you're talented, and all that. But like you want to flaunt yourself. You want to be like a Instagram, you know what I mean, baddie type chick, showing your body and being obscene. That was
Yeah.
the unattractive part to me. But outside of that, outside of what I thought her physical, you know, attributes were, the message, like you spearheaded this message of body positivity, but like it never made sense to me. You and I talked about this. All these people, all these big people talking about body positivity, accept us as we are, we love ourselves, we don't care about being skinny, blah, blah, blah. If they had the option to be skinny by pressing a button, they 100% of them would take it. None of them would choose to walk up a flight of steps and be tired of shit and sweating,
Right.
and have to change their shit. None of them would choose it. So it's always kept. It was always just coping. Like how we talked about how men, how men, you know what I mean, making $40,000 a year just cope with, you know what I mean, their lot in life. They're like, listen, I'm not gonna get any better, so I might as well like what I like. I might as well like eating oodles and noodles 4 days a week. Like I might as well like it because I ain't gonna get no better. I don't have the ambition. I ain't gonna get no better, right?
Yeah.
But so to further illustrate the point of, I'm saying, like, you know, how hypocritical, you know, she was moving or whatever. Let me pull up another clip.
Hey, so I've been working out consistently for the last 5 years, and it may come as a surprise to some of y'all that I'm not working out to have your ideal body type. I'm working out to have my ideal body type. Health is not just determined on what you look like on the outside. Health is also what happens on the inside. Namaste. Have a great day.
There you go. True.
So I wanted to pull that up to be like, yo, health isn't determined on what you see on the outside. It's also determined how you feel on the inside. If that's the case, then why are there several clips on the internet of you crying, of people talking about how you look on the outside? Like you're just like you're not being honest. Like you're a figurehead.
I really
then
think
what are
she
you
believed
crying
it.
for? Like if what are you crying for then? Like stop crying on the internet about people calling you fat. If you cool with being fat,
She
stop lying.
was.
So,
I think
like,
she
then,
was. I'm telling you, bro. Like, I really think she was. I think that she genuinely believed she was. She put a lot of faith into the body positivity movement. She was sipping a Kool-Aid. She was like, "You're right." You know what I mean? Like, and then I think that, like I said, you can believe whatever you want, but we spoke about this before. But once you leave your home, you're hit with reality. And then the world is going to tell you how beautiful you are. The world is going to tell you how attractive you are. The world is going to show you that, right? You're going to show the world too. Don't get it twisted. The way that you leave your home and the way that you look and the way that you present to yourself to the world tells them how much respect or love or how much respect or acknowledgement you're going to get. Like it just does. Like if you don't care about yourself, why should I care about yourself? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying everybody feels that way, but the world does, you know? So I think that listen, so I understand. I agree. It does come off as hypocritical because she just did a 180. She had all these views on one, and now she's on the complete other side of that. I can see how it can be interpreted as hypocritical. I just think that she genuinely believed all the BS before, and she had a light bulb moment, and now she's just speaking different because this is her new reality, right? And the same thing goes for like Adele. Adele lost all that weight. You know what I'm saying? Same thing goes for Jennifer Hudson. Same thing goes for I'm trying to think about all these women. Missy Elliott. You know what I mean? There are all these women who were bigger and lost the weight because they wanted to be healthier or they just wanted to look better. You know, but I think that's what it is. I think it's less her being hypocritical, more of her just realizing like y'all right, like y'all were right. You know what I mean?
so what I will push back on you with is this: Adele. I don't know who Adele, Missy, and there's somebody else you mentioned. Those people didn't derive their quote unquote their like self-worth off of being big. They just happen to be big chicks.
That's
They
true.
were talented.
They went out there promoting women being big. You're right. I
Yes.
see what you
They
mean.
weren't
You're
like, hey,
right.
everybody should be big like me. Like we're all sexy, even though we're like.
Right.
You never heard Adele talk about some, hey, I'm fat and I love it. You never heard Adele
That's
say
true.
that. You never heard Missy being like, yo, I'm fat as hell and I love it. I love it here. I love being fat.
Yeah.
No.
That's a good point.
But you heard Lizzo saying that. You heard Lizzo like, yo, I'm sexy just like how I am, whatever. I don't care how you feel. I feel a certain way. But somebody hit her up on Instagram and be like, yo, you fat as hell. And she'd be on the drum crying. Like,
yeah.
So you're like, you are lying to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like you convinced yourself, and the only way this works is if you're coddled, if you're around a bunch of people that's just like, sis, don't worry, like you got a bad friend, you got a baddie friend, and she like, oh, you get just as much niggas as me. As soon as you leave that friend, she go hang out with her other friends. She like, this fat ass bitch talking crazy. You know what I mean? Like, they like you're around the wrong people because you allow these people to lie to you, and then you're lying to yourself, and now you're trying to be like you're a spokesman for other people. There are other little girls who looked up to her, talking about some, yo, I'm fat as hell. So cool, like let me be fat. Let me be confident in myself, like Lizzo. And then you see 2 months later, Lizzo crying on the internet. Now she's working out like she's G.I. Jane. She's training for like a role. She's like shedding off all this weight. Like it don't make sense.
I know.
So now, were you not confident before? Were you? One of the two has to be true. Either you're lying now, or you were lying then.
Yeah. No. So yeah, I think so. I haven't been following her weight loss journey too closely. The last time I saw her and she looked a little smaller was on Kai Cenat's stream that she did with Lizzo. He did with Lizzo and SZA. SZA was drawn, by the way, on that one, but yeah, she was on there with SZA, and I was like, oh damn, Lizzo lost weight. You know what I mean? And so I don't know if there's an interview of her discussing her weight loss and what her motivation was. Now I'm curious as to what that is. Maybe she says like, I was wrong. Like I'm trying to see if maybe she takes accountability and was like, listen, I was drawn before. I don't believe that no more. I was wrong. Y'all were right.
Goddamn well. Listen, bro. How many chicks you know in your life that take accountability? Stop it, bro. Like you out here dreaming on like dreaming on the star,
maybe,
bro. Like,
I don't know. Maybe we'll find it. I'm gonna look into it now because I ain't gonna like it. She's so close to being a baddie in my opinion. Like some people might think she's a baddie now, but like when they show certain clips of Lizzo now, or when I see her picture from afar or from a certain angle, I'm like, God damn, Lizzo. But then when I saw her jump rope, I'm like, all right, she still gotta look, because I didn't like you liked her when she was a little bit bigger. I didn't like her personality or her size. Like but now I'm just like. I love me some black women, so I'm like, damn, Lizzo, you getting right. So she looking all right. I love the progress that she's making. But no, you're right, bro. This is interesting. I know people, and you know what's funny? You know that bigger women, are gonna start bashing her now.
Oh,
because Adele said that. Adele said when I lost weight, women were so
they
angry
hated
at
Adele.
me.
Like.
She said it, and I couldn't. I mean, yes, I could believe it. I can't even. I gotta stop lying to myself. I could believe it. The big shorties were like so mad that she lost weight, and I know that they're gonna come for Lizzo too. The women who were gonna have the same opinion as you, which is like you're a hypocritical biatch, and now you talking about losing weight, and then the big ones who just don't want to lose the weight, gonna be like, "Girl, what are you doing?" Like, you know what I mean? Like they're gonna say the same thing. So they're gonna come for her, and she's gonna realize what we've been saying is that when you try to improve yourself, the community, the sisterhood will come after you because they don't want accountability. They don't want to improve. They want to stay stuck, bro. So, shout out to Lizzo. And listen, I want to make this clear too, because we talk about this topic every now and then. I keep the same energy for men. How I'll make a disclaimer though, I don't date men. I don't find men sexually attractive, so that's why we're not talking about men. But for women, in my opinion, Ty, like you don't even got to be like super fit. I think healthiness is sexy. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to be fit. I saw Clarissa Shields shout out. I hope she wins tonight. She came out in like a 2-piece bikini with some Timbs on. Papoose got the butters on her, but like she looks great. Like shorty is fit, like tight, like she looking thick. You don't gotta be that. Just be healthy. Like I want to see you walk up a flight of stairs and not lose your breath. I want to see you be able to run after your child at the playground and not be out of breath. I want to be able to climb up a jungle bar, jungle. Like I want to see you be able to function without struggling. That for me is sexy. That you know what I mean? That's my standard, bro. Like I know some men need to have women who are like super fit, super lean.
Yeah.
I just want you to be healthy. That is sexy for me. Like ladies, and that's the standard I have. I don't know if every man has that standard, but like we're not saying you have to be the epitome of perfection. You have to be an athlete. Just be healthy. That's all I'm asking for.
Right. My thing is like, so I take out the physical fitness part in general, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of people are just doing what they can, right? Like most people don't go to the gym. That's just the reality of how it is, right? But my thing is, but I'm a hardcore, hey, you need to keep your ass in the gym looking tight and fit and all that stuff. If you talking about I want a man to pay all my fucking bills, that's when I'm like, oh, you ain't got a fucking choice. Yeah. In my head, that's when I'm like, oh no, you ain't got no fucking choice. In that situation, no, you gotta wake up and eat a mango and go on a 6-mile run.
All you got is time. Like you at home. You can go to the gym early in the morning, get it out the way, knock it out, let the bird speed up that metabolism throughout the day, and then eat healthy.
But I mean, even if a chick is like, they don't have that man yet, but they want that man to come in their life and pay all you gotta be fit as shit. You gotta be one of the prettiest chicks out there, because ain't no dude coming in taking care of no 200+ pound chick with all these kids. Unless you super bad. Yeah. And that 200 pounds is in your butt cheeks.
Yeah, that's it. So if, and ladies, we've talked about this too. Like, so if you want a man who is about that and making that kind of money, remember, you're competing with all the other women who want him. And if he has his choice of the pick of the litter, he gonna pick the shorty who's super bad and fit. So like, if you want that, you gotta stay in shape.
Because why Whitney, right? Like that person could have, because everybody wants that person. Everybody wants the person making $250,000+ a year. That's a boss and CEO. If you find that man, you gotta be bad. You can't be no chick talking about I want this man, and you look like Lizzo. You can't do that.
Right.
Like you gotta be bad as shit. You gotta be on some, I don't know, Halle Berry, whatever the bad chicks are. You can't be no average chick walking around talking about I work out when I can. That ain't it. You don't qualify for him, because he got bad chicks in his phone all day. You're just Tuesday. He's gonna bang you on a Tuesday, and he'll see you maybe in a month.
Yeah. No.
So that's where the looks come in for me. I think you're a little bit more hardcore than me. I'm kind of like, if I meet a chick and she's like, listen, I'm cool with going 50-50, I look at other stuff. Now, of course, I have to be physically attracted to her, but I'm not like you ain't gotta have a 6-pack. But if you're talking about hey, Ty, I want you to come in my life and pay all my bills, you better be fucking ripped, like shredded. Yeah. Like
no, I agree with you on that point, actually. If that's the expectation, then like, you got, you know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna do. I agree with you on that point. Yeah, I do. Outside of that, though, outside of like, just like if we're talking about average everyday people, like we're just normal people. Just be my standard is just be healthy. You know what I mean? Just be healthy, be flexible, stretch. Like I said, I don't want to see you walk up the stairs and be out of breath, picking up the laundry, the hamper, and you out of breath. Like, damn, really? You know what I mean? Getting sick every other week. Like, you know what I mean? Like your immune system is trash. Like, I just need you to be healthy. Like, please. Right. And like we said, ladies, y'all gonna gain at least 35, 45 pounds when you get pregnant. So think about that. If you're already overweight or out of shape, it's gonna be even worse. And that's why I feel for the ladies. Like, you guys have some sympathy for me, because I understand you get that weight when you get pregnant. But if you're already big and you about to have a kid, you just making it worse, because a lot of y'all don't get physically active, and then y'all don't lose the weight, and then y'all keep it.
The shit that's annoying to me, Joe, is that all of these people are fucking lying. They're lying. They don't want to be that big. They're lying. They're coping because they don't have the discipline or the motivation to make a life change. So they like, yo, I'm used to eating, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The 2-for-$5 Whoppers, you know what I mean? Like, I'm used to doing certain things, to eating certain foods.
Right.
I'm not changing my life. I'm not going to the gym for no hour and a half, 2 hours a day.
Right.
So I'm just comfortable with her. So it's like they got to make themselves feel happy inside by being there. So that's where this body positivity stuff's come from.
Yeah.
You don't really want to be that. If they could turn around and look like, I don't know, Kim Kardashian tomorrow, they would all do it.
Right.
They just can't. It's impossible to do.
Yeah, right. And minus the surgery. Like, I prefer natural, but Kim K had the work done, and that shit is looking like a diaper now. But you know what, bro? It's also cultural too, and I don't mean just specifically like Black culture. I mean, generally speaking, like America, we're just big, bro. Like we have the largest population of obese people out of all the countries in the world. I feel like we have like 25% of the world's obese people. We are fat. And so I feel like when you're around a lot of fat people, it starts to become normalized, and you don't see yourself as fat. You don't see it as unhealthy because everyone around you is fat. Like in Wally, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you remember Wally, but like when everybody around you is fat, you don't see it as a problem. And that's scary too, because you can get real comfortable. Like, it's so easy to get comfortable in America and just be like, I'm good. I ain't got to work out. I'm eating fast food every other day, or you know what I mean? Like, it's so easy to do that because everyone around you is not everybody. A lot of people are doing it. And then your family will tell you, bro, I'll tell you, growing up, I was big. Whenever I lost weight, the first thing my grandparents would tell me is like, mijo, te está poniendo, está flaco, mijo, tiene que comer. Like, you gotta eat. They'd be like, you getting too skinny. Like, don't get too skinny now. And I'm like, bro, I'm like 170. I'm like, I was already bigger than the average man, but like, I'm like, I'm not that thin. But they always wanted to feed me to keep me bigger. So sometimes it's just like a cultural thing too, and that's what kills me. Or like when women tell each other, like, girl, don't you losing too much weight? You got to get thick. You know what I mean? You better start eating some, and they do it to each other. So it's a cultural thing, but it's not healthy. It's not healthy. So it's a lot that goes into it, but I don't know. Maybe we could wrap it up about the Lizzo thing, but this was actually an interesting clip. You wanted to open it up to the family and see what they think about Lizzo's new perspective.
All right, family. Let us know what y'all think. I mean, like, comment, subscribe, definitely comment. Until next time.
Until next time.